Hello. You are undefeated. They couldn't defeat you in the last life, and they didn't defeat you in this life. Okay? So I'm being shown a very specific message. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but whoever it's for, it's gonna make sense, and it's gonna offer you some type of understanding. Okay? So I'm gonna give the message, but again, it's very specific. You had an enemy in your last life that tried to defeat you. They tried to destroy you, but they were unsuccessful. This person was very jealous of you, was very resentful of you, felt like you had unfair advantages, felt like there was a lot of favor on your life. You see, because in this past life, what I'm seeing was you were aligned with God. See, you are a very old soul. Your soul has gone through the game and evolved from the bottom level all the way up. You are an evolved soul. Your consciousness is merged with God consciousness, and you elect to come back and assist others in finding their light, in merging with love, truth, understanding. Okay, but in this past life, you had an enemy. They were in competition with you, and they were always trying to be better than you. But they couldn't defeat you because this is a very young soul. This is somebody who has not realized the God within them. Okay? They have not realized the oneness, they're a very young soul. They just started out. Okay? And so they tried to defeat you unsuccessfully. And so when they passed, because now we're in a game, we're in a process. When you pass, you retain the level of consciousness that you are at in that moment. It's not like you cross over and then suddenly you're like, love and light, you know, you got to work through the different levels. Only if you're at like a really evolved level, like you're a very evolved soul, and you choose, like, you don't want to continue to come back anymore, that's when you're like merging with that undifferentiated consciousness, that energy. Okay, but otherwise, like, you're working the game, you're working the levels. It's like, the best way that I can describe it is like a video game where you come in and, you know, you start at the bottom, and then you got to work your way to the top, and you choose your characters every time, and they have different strengths and weaknesses, and you have these experiences, and they all lend to the evolution of your soul. That's the way I see it. That's the way it's shown to me. If that resonates with you, great. I'm not here to change your beliefs. If it doesn't, that's okay too. All right? But so this enemy from the past life, when they finished their life, they were like, they held on to so much resentment and anger from that life experience, and they thought it was unfair, and they thought that the only way that they didn't destroy you was because you had all of these advantages. And they were like, so much in the ego mind, so much in that very young state of mind. It's almost given like when like a little kid thinks they know more than the parent. Like, I mean, like a really little kid, or maybe even a teenager, where they think they know everything, but they don't yet have all of those experiences. They don't know better. It's kind of given that. Like, this young soul, not having realized its oneness with God, felt that it was more powerful and didn't need God and didn't need that light and love, and like was greater than that God energy, and was like, the only reason why I wasn't able to defeat you was because you had an unfair advantage. But if I called the circumstances, I would be able to defeat you. And so you and God were like, okay, bet. What are the circumstances that you want? And they were like, then in this next life, I'm going to come in before you, and I'm going to come in with a team. I'm going to outnumber you, right? Because I guess it's all about, like, they're just trying to prove that they are more powerful than God. again, they haven't realized the light inside of them, the oneness. Very egotistical, like very much in the mind, not in the heart, not connected with the soul at all. But they do have a soul, and they do have that light inside of them. It's just like they're rejecting it, kind of. So you're like, okay, I'll take on the challenge, because it's like your soul is like a teacher, like wants to teach them, wants to assist this soul in, it's like you're a teacher, like you work for God, like you're a teacher, you're a protector, you're like one of God's light warriors, you protect God's light. And so you were like, okay, this person was going to come in before you. So in this life, they're older than you. They were going to come in before you, and they were going to have a team with them. So they were going to outnumber you. And it was also going to be a team of younger souls. It wasn't going to be a team of evolved souls. It was going to be a team of souls that were operating at the same frequency that they were. So they were going to come in before you. They were going to have more life experience in this life. They were going to have a team. So it could have been like all different types of people I'm being shown. It could have been like one of their parents was on their team. Maybe had like 2 siblings that are on their team. Their siblings had partners. Maybe it's even their partner. They were going to have other children that were on their team. And then they were just going to be friends that were on their team. So it was, you were going to be outnumbered in every way. Maybe even a child of yours was going to be on their team. So this is somebody that's older than you. It is given like it's a mother in this lifetime, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. It could just be some, somebody. But really what I'm seeing was like some of the terms were that they were going to have an influence on the way that you were raised. So it is kind of given like they are like a parent figure or a family member or somebody that was going to have strong influence over how you were raised. And it's almost like the MO, the motive was to like keep you disconnected from God, because they were saying if you didn't already have your connection with God, they would be able to defeat you. So they worked very hard to disconnect you, keep you disconnected from God in this life. Because when we're born into this life, we don't retain our memories. We do have a soul consciousness, and you were a very bright light as a child, like very advanced soul. But this individual worked very hard with others to disconnect you. So there was a lot of mistreatment, there was a lot of trauma, there was a lot of sabotage, there was a lot of psychological warfare, a lot of emotional abandonment, like just a ton of mistreatment and a ton of trauma coming at you from many different directions. So from a parental figure or a caretaker, also coming from a sibling. And so it was to break you mind, body, and soul. It was to keep you disconnected. There were physical traumas. There could have been incest, in like some type of incest happening there. There was mistreatment. There was abandonment. There was, okay, and this was coming from, there was theft. There was even attempts to take you out before you were even born. But one of the rules was that you had to actually be born first. Because it's almost giving like this person wanted your light. They wanted your power. They wanted the glory of having the power you have and the love that you give and receive without going through the soul evolutionary process. Their name might even be Glory or Gloria, or maybe it translates into glory, okay? So this person with the team set out to destroy you in every way possible. And they thought that they did. This person, this main person, thought that they did destroy you. They did. It's almost like I'm seeing like they thought that they were able to keep you disconnected from God and extinguish the own light inside of you. And they were like, ha, I won. But, because I am seeing like, you were kind of like at this place in your life where you were at rock bottom, where you felt defeated. You felt like the forces coming against you were just too strong and that you couldn't cope with it and you couldn't get past it. But I'm seeing a hummingbird, and a hummingbird reminds me of resurrection. The hummingbird reminds me of like coming back from the dead, you know, like how they can seem lifeless, like at night or in the cold weather, and then they like come back to life, and how they have so much endurance. In fact, I saw a hummingbird the other day. It came to visit me, and now I understand why, because it ties into this message. But hummingbirds have so much endurance and resilience and strength, like the way that they can just like flutter and like get the nectar they need by staying still, and like how strong they are with their wings, you know, and how fast they are, and how beautiful and delicate, but yeah, how absolutely strong and resilient they are. And like, that's you. It's like they thought they had you. They thought they defeated you, but they couldn't extinguish that light that was inside of you. And just when they thought like, ha, did you hear that? That was confirmation. Just when they thought, ha, I won, you like came back and you rose. You went through this rebirth and you healed yourself, and you found your connection, or you strengthened your connection, and you found your alignment with your true self. And you showed them that they could never defeat God. They will never be more powerful than God. Oh, I'm feeling emotional about this. So it's like they worked so hard with their hate and their jealousy and their malice and their just low frequency, this low state of consciousness, to try to like one-up you and overpower you. And you overpowered them with love, self-love, loving yourself, healing yourself, connecting with God, and allowing God to heal you, and allowing God to show you how to heal by standing in truth, by understanding yourself, becoming very self-aware. Because they might have really disconnected you from God for a long time. I mean, that was the purpose. That was the plan. They were going to prove that if you're not like having this ultimate connection with God, like if they can like stop it from ever happening, that they'd be more powerful. But nope. Nope. That light inside of you, that soul evolution, it's like in your DNA. That's something that doesn't go away. Even though you might not remember it, even though you're born maybe without that consciousness, that soul energy inside of you it doesn't go away. And it requires you to really dig deep and to learn how to love yourself. Because when you learn how to love yourself, and you learn how to trust yourself, and you understand yourself, and you develop that self-worth, and really that level of self-love, like there's that connection with God is there. And that soul, the soul energy, the soul consciousness that you have, that's there. You don't lose that. You retain that. Even though you don't remember it, you retain that. It's in your DNA. Okay, so if you are feeling defeated right now, which I know there are some people, I see it in the comment section, being like, no, they destroyed me. They did not destroy you, because you are still here right now. You are still standing. You are still able to come in here, choose to open up this app, choose to watch the video and then choose to leave a comment, that means that they haven't defeated you, okay? That means that they haven't destroyed you. You still have that light inside of you. You still have that strength. You have the capability to overcome any challenge that was ever placed in front of you, and you will overcome it, okay? But you gotta believe you will. You gotta want to. There is no force stronger than God. There is no force stronger than God's love and God's truth and God's understanding. There is nothing greater than that. And when you are aligned with truth, your truth, you are aligned with God. Okay? But sometimes the truth that you are holding on to right now isn't pleasant. Like, maybe your truth is that you have experienced some very unpleasant emotions, and you have anger inside of you. You have pain, you have grief. Honoring that is still honoring your truth. Honoring it, acknowledging it, feeling it, expressing it. That's your truth. Now, you want to be mindful of how you express it. You don't want to use your anger and your pain as an excuse to intentionally hurt others. I mean, because that would make you like them, right? But acknowledging that you have these feelings, these very valid feelings inside of you, that's standing in truth. Speaking about the way that people treated you, that's speaking in truth. That's not blame. That's not weakness. That's not anything shallow. It takes power to stand up and do that. It takes power to defend yourself, and it takes power to advocate for yourself, stand in truth, and put your well-being first. It takes so much more strength to do that than it does to allow your pain to lead you down a path where it hurts other people. That's weak. They're weak. And you defeated them. And you will always defeat any lower frequency by standing in your truth and your love for self and your love for God and your alignment. Okay? You are so special to God. You are so special to this world, and you have so much power and so much strength inside of you. If you haven't realized it yet, it's waiting to be realized. And just know that there's nothing that anybody can do to you, nothing that they can do to you to truly break you when you know that you have that light inside of you. When you know, when like you connect with your light. That's it. That's the word. I just saw 1811 on the timer, which to me is like your eternal nature, your infinite bond and connection with God, the Most High, the Absolute, the One. Okay, you and God are one. And your soul is so advanced, and there's no energy that can defeat you. You can allow yourself to be disconnected. You can allow your pain to trump your self-love, but that doesn't mean it's not there. And it does require you to dig deep. There will be times where it does require you to dig deep and give yourself what maybe you don't feel like you deserve, but you do deserve it, because you do deserve healthy love, and it starts with the self. Okay? So, that message, I hope it offers confirmation or validation for somebody or some bodies. If you'd like to leave a comment, please do so. If it didn't resonate with you, that's okay. I'll catch you in the next one. But maybe you're gonna see a hummingbird around, because yes, I do see this hummingbird, and it did visit me. So, hummingbirds are also like spiritual messengers, and I am seeing that if you are in a deep state of grief right now, you do have loved ones in spirit with you, like holding you when you cry. God is hearing your prayers. Okay, God wants you to know that. God hears your prayers. You are not alone. You might feel alone, but you are not alone. And so just go inwards, connect with God. It's just as simple as saying, I'm connected with God right now. It's really not, it's really not a challenge. And also this hummingbird is like saying that the hard times are behind you, and now blessings and good luck are coming to you now. All right, if you're still with me now, 20 minutes into this video, thank you. I gotta go eat something. I'm super hungry. I hope you have a really beautiful day. I'm sending you so much love. I love you. I'm sending you so much healing energy. You can receive that. You can ask God to heal you if you are going through things you feel like you need to be healed on an emotional or physical, mental, or even a spiritual level, or maybe even a financial level. God loves you so much. You are so special. God is so proud of you, and I'm proud of you. Don't give up. You have what it takes. Take care of yourself. You deserve that. Okay? I'll talk to you soon. I love you. Have a great day.